Well, Funk Flex and Charlamagne the God react to basically J. Cole. People were saying J. Cole destroyed Lil Pump's career. Now, that's not the case, and that wasn't the motive of J. Cole. It was almost like this track was really sick because it did three things. First of all, he related to the youth coming up. Then he schooled them, but then he also said, hey, this is another way this could go, you know? So he's kind of giving him advice, but dissing him at the same time, but also giving him two ways the fork could go in the road. I thought it was really dope. I don't think Flex really, I don't think Flex just doesn't like this other generation. He's trolling a little bit. I don't blame him. That's what's going on right now. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button. And if you want an ads in the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. This is a really complex track, even though it seems simple. It's not. When you really break it all down, you know, like I said in the beginning, he's saying, hey, I was 18. All I cared about was money, girls, parties. That's all I cared about. Then he talks about woke people being, I don't know. I think he's like relating to like how some people that are always trying to school the youth, but they don't have any money. You know, that's how the youth tries to play them. Like, you're old and you don't have any money. And then, you know, he kind of goes into like, hey, man, make sure you do this and this. Make sure you secure your house and everything. Because at one point, you know, girls are going to slow down. The money's going to slow down. Everything's going to slow down. You're going to have something. You have to have something to fall back on. And also be yourself. Don't ride the trends, because if you ride the trends, you're for sure going to die out. And, you know, the stigma of love and hip hop, for some people, it's a beginning. For some people, it's the end. It depends what kind of person, you know, well, who you are. Like, if nobody's ever heard of you before, yeah, love and hip hop's a great place to be because now people have discovered you. Look at Cardi B. But they had heard of her before, so she's not a good example. There's other examples on there. Anyways. But if you were a rapper before and you were popping, and then you go to love and hip hop, it looks bad. Now, the only person I've seen, there's only a few people that have survived that. Okay, just a few. Anyways, so we got Funk Flex. He reacts to it today, and he basically he kind of, you know, goes off on a little Pump, but because Pump said he's not worried about the old lyrical rapper. Then other people from his generation are saying, oh, Pump is a better lyric. You know, they're trolling, you know. So then Flex says, haha, you can tell in his voice he wishes he had lyrics and lyrical respect, but those Mickey Mouse bars will never let that dream come true. That Cole verse must have hit home for you to press record and post this, because Pump posted something saying, I'm not worried about that old head. I mean, how is Cole old? He's 33. He's pretty young. Anyways, then, you know, Charlamagne just kind of said what I said. You know, he's kind of schooling the youth. I thought that was dope. So, yeah, that's what's going on, man. This is what Charlamagne said right here, and we'll end it right here. And
Watch Thick says, I like J. Cole, though. I love J. Cole. I haven't heard the album yet, but that 1985 song, that is definitely, I ain't never heard a rapper body another rapper by giving him a TED Talk. J. Cole gave Lil Pump a goddamn TED Talk.
Dissed him and motivated him
at the same time. That shit ain't gonna motivate him, though. Like, nobody wanna hear that shit. When you young, and you getting money, and you on drugs, last thing you wanna hear is a motherfucker telling you some real shit. Because people just gotta go, they gotta experience things for themselves. Like, I keep trying to tell people, like, some things can be explained, some things need to be experienced. And, you know, when I was young, I didn't want to hear that shit either. When I was young, I was doing what the fuck I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it. I wasn't listening to none of the old heads that came before me. But I will say it wasn't until I started listening to them that I truly started to prosper. You know, like, and that's starting with my father and, you know, my OGs like Dr. Robert Evans. But by the time I had met Dr. Robert Evans, I was a grown man who listened to my elders. You know, but when you young like that and you getting money, you don't want to hear that shit from nobody, man. And sadly, some things can't be explained. Some things need to be experienced. So you just got to let these motherfuckers go through whatever they're going to go through in life. The only fear that I have with a lot of the youngins is that they're not getting a lot of the same opportunities to correct themselves that we did. You know, like shit, if I go back and I look at police record. First charge I ever had was assault and battery with intent to kill. They came and got me out of fucking Stratford High School in Goose Creek, South Carolina. That was after me getting kicked out of Berkeley High School. And, you know, I was in the backseat of a car and my man let off some shots. And we all went to fucking jail. No snitching. And, you know, after that, I caught like I had a drug charge. I served the undercover, so I had like a distribution of cocaine charge, distribution of marijuana. I don't fucking remember now. But all I'm saying is people don't get the opportunities to change their life, because nowadays you get them motherfucking felonies on your record and they giving you 10 years off top, 15 years off top, 20 years off top. So, you know, that's my only problem I have with the youth not listening to the OGs that came before them. Because I tell every youngin', and not even just a youngin', like, you know, me, almost 40, I listen to my OGs that's 50 and 60 because they already did it. They lived it. They experienced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I tell kids all the time, like, listen to the people that came before you, because that shit will help you avoid a lot of mistakes, because they done did it. All right? But once again, some things cannot be explained. Some things just need to be experienced. And that's why I have no problem telling motherfuckers that they'll be dead in a year. That's why I have no problem telling motherfuckers they're going to end up in jail. That's how I have no problem telling the motherfucker they're going to end up broke, sitting under the tree or sitting in front of the bodega. Because when it happens, Charlamagne going to still be around and say, I motherfucking told you so. Trust me when I tell you that. Okay? I just want some good weather, man. I was in LA.
It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell at the subscribe button, and I'll check you guys on the next story.